Meet Robert. Robert is the controller of Forte Specialty Contractors and a current EMBA student at UNLV. His goal is to one day become CFO of the company. This is Scott, the founder and owner of Forte. He founded Forte in 2010. Forte specializes in complete construction services for projects ranging from restaurants, nightclubs, museum exhibits, and themed venues. Here's Jody. Jody has an MBA in finance and is the staff accountant at Forte. Scott recruited Jody from a company he previously owned. Because of their long working history, Scott trusts Jody and can count on her to get the job done. As the company grew larger and the projects increased, Jody began to feel overwhelmed. It was evident that they needed a full-time in-house controller. Enter Robert. Robert comes to Forte with 12 years accounting experience in the construction industry. As Robert dives into the workload, Forte grows even more with projects and several startups under its umbrella. As time goes by, Robert notices the dynamic between Scott and Jody. It seems that Scott will consistently go to Jody for accounting questions and concerns rather than consulting with Robert directly. At first, the informal line of communication didn't negatively affect the operation. However, as time went on, problems with forecasting began to arise. Robert believed that this was a result of the miscommunication. There were several times where information that should have been directed to Robert was instead told to Jody, resulting in errors. Is it a trust issue? Robert thought to himself. Why? Does Scott not trust me? Robert decided to discuss the situation with Scott. Scott said, I'm sorry, I'm just so used to going straight to Jody, and I know she'll get the job done quickly, but I know it could be an issue and I will certainly work on it. Robert still wants to become CFO. He tells Jody that she would be the best person to promote into his current position when he makes the transition into the CFO role. But to his surprise, Jody's response was less than enthusiastic. Does Jody not have ambition? Does she not want to move up? Why would anyone not want to move up and progress in their careers? Based on what Robert has been learning in his organizational behavior class, a few biases, errors, and assumptions are present. The perceptions of each party need to be considered from all perspectives in order to understand what's really going on. Robert called a meeting with Jody. They discussed her goals, motivations, and action plan. He discovered that being controller was not really a goal of hers. She still wanted to learn all aspects of accounting and then maybe, 10 years from now, maybe become a controller. As for Robert, his perceptions have changed. He understood that Scott does indeed trust him, and his perception of Jody went from someone with no ambition to someone who wants to learn more. He's still on track to becoming CFO. Maybe he'll hire someone else to take his role as controller, but for right now, he can focus his efforts in being a more effective leader by supporting Jody and helping her achieve her goals.